ashes to ashes.
Feng is a master who, guided by the techniques of Godfist Scroll, aims to become the perfect warrior who transcends all, the Dragon God. However, at the most recent King of the Iron Fist tournament, Feng suffered a crushing defeat at the hands of a Wing Chun master, Leroy Smith. He got clapped up. The quote says, "You will never reach the height of true martial arts with the heartless technique of yours. You are unworthy of even being compared to your master." This is Leroy Smith talking smack. I mentioned this already, but Leroy Smith knows everything. He also knows Feng Wei's master? That's crazy. It says, the master of which Leroy refers to is Wu Zhao, a martial arts master who is also known as the God Fist, and under whose guidance Feng trained. In contrast to Feng, who believes that the true martial arts resides in pure and unyielding power, his master has always preached that it is essential for one's heart to be in line with the technique. Whose belief holds true? Feng thought he found the answer on a stormy night. He killed his own master. Yet his fight with Leroy Smith seemed to say otherwise. Wing Chun as a martial arts is nearly invulnerable. Users turn their opponent's power against them to control them. Even then, if one can just break through the defense with overwhelming power, then ... exclamation point. Feng uses his rage as a fuel for training and travels to every corner of the globe, destroying masters who excels in self-defense as he grows even more powerful. 6 months passed and Nina Williams visits Feng's with a proposal. Okay, hold up. So I think this is talking about way back in Tekken 4, not actually Tekken 7. Feng Wei killed his master because he thought he understood all of reality. He showed up to the next tournament and then Leroy Smith clapped those cheeks. He started questioning what he's going to do and how and all this stuff, right? So that's when he started going around and attacking everyone trying to get stronger. This is probably when he ran into Asuka's master and clapped him up. This is kind of adding so much lore to Feng Wei, and this is good, bro, because Feng Wei is a character who I always talk trash about in regards to story. I think he's very lacking in story, and this is given so much. But the part here where it says Nina comes to him with a proposal, I always wanted Nina to go to someone with this. I always would say Brian Fury, but I think like Dragunov, Feng Wei, there's a lot of characters that I would want to see Nina or Kazuya recruit. Let's see what the proposal is. Is this a recruitment or is it something else? She promised him that if he lends his support to G-Corp, then they will provide him with an opportunity to avenge himself against Leroy Smith. Although he knows that such an offer means he will become an accomplice with G-Corp, Feng gives his assent. Feng scoffs at the ridiculous concept of heart that his dead master and Leroy value so much, continuing down the path he must take to become the Dragon God. So he basically signs a deal with the devil, the literal devil. Kazuya team just went up one. You have Kazuya, Nina Williams, Jack 8, but then now you can also add Feng Wei to the alliance. This is great, bro, because Jin Kazama has a lot of allies on his team, and yes, Kazuya could probably body a lot of them, but I do think you need to give like a character like Lars a actual rival, Alyssa, Lei Shao Kahn. A lot of these characters are kind of just sidekicks driving around cars, giving Kazuya more allies of his own, whether he just throws cash and say, hey, fight that person for me. Kazuya could do it himself, but he's too busy buying shoes, bro. Let someone else deal with it, right? So throw some money around, make some promises, and then get some other characters involved in the story. I'm really interested to see what Feng Wei does, because this is a character who, according to Tekken 7, is very powerful. Keep in mind that in Tekken 7, Feng Wei fought Martial Law and Paul Phoenix at the same exact time, and depending on what version you're looking at, I think he wins both of them actually. So this guy's gonna be very dangerous, bro, and I want to see what he does. Also, Leroy Smith, get your run back. I don't know if the endings for Tekken 7 is canon, but Paul Phoenix, get your run back. I want to see what Tekken 8 has to offer,